It's time for Vision Talk, and I'm joined in the studio right now with Vision Talk rehab specialist Teresa McMorty, and we have a special guest in studio with us today. We have Mr. Delton Richards, who is a client at Vision Bermuda, and of course the wonderful new Beacon House. Welcome, guys, to the program this week. How y'all doing on this hot Monday?
Hi, thank you everybody for tuning in. I just wanted to say thank you because I hear constantly now about how many people are listening, so thank you for joining us again.
I am so glad that people are those especially dealing with loss of vision are finding our chats, helpful and entertaining and informational and educational and all of those good words.
Yeah, and family and friends too, which is really important.
Sure, those that are the support network around your clients, it's great for them to have a little chat or hear the little chats that we have once a month so that they can better take care of,
absolutely.
of their loved
very
ones.
Grateful that Delton has agreed to join us today. I find him completely inspirational. He may not feel that that's
Delton.
worthy, but I do.
You're an inspiration,
he really
mate.
is. He really is.
Do you want to tell our listeners just a little bit about your journey coming to be a client at Beacon House? And then we've got some things to talk about, all of the new changes and everything. But if you could start, if you don't mind with that, Delton, letting our listeners know what your journey has been.
Okay, well, I got referred to Vision Bermuda by my godmother.
Good godmother.
She told me, look, before, because I do have partial sight in my left eye. I'm blind in my right eye.
Got you. Okay.
So she said, just before you go completely blind, best to go to Vision Bermuda and get on board and learn how to use the cane and different gadgets they have and different classes.
Sure.
To rather than just stay home and be in my room.
Be kind of shut off from people and sort of, from family and friends and everything, I guess. The loss of your sight, has that been gradual or something that resulted from an injury? Do you mind sharing?
I actually had hemorrhages in my eye.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so then I lost the nerve in my right eye.
Sure, your optic nerve was compromised.
Right.
Yes, got you.
But
the left eye, you still got to see a little bit?
I get to see a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and is that something where you hope to keep that little bit of vision?
I'm hoping.
You're doing all the right things, I'm sure. Right?
Yeah, I'm trying my best to do the right things.
Gotcha. So how long were you sort of in a place where you were just sort of dealing with it all on your own, your loss of sight, and before your godma did the right thing and got you in touch with Teresa and friends? And I guess we want to ask you, what has it been like? It's changed your life a little bit, I would think, because from what I understand, there's a pretty rocking group of people that hang out there regularly. Have you become one of them people?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, but it's to me, it's a good experience because if not, like I said, I would just be home and not doing anything, but I'm learning how to do different things.
Gotcha. Because of the things that are available from Beacon House.
Yes, correct.
Gotcha. So, cooking class. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on with that? In all honesty, Teresa has mentioned what a great time they've had with the cooking classes so far, and some of the projects. I don't know if the gingerbread ever got made, Teresa.
No,
did
we
it?
haven't made that
We got to get the recipe sorted out for that, right?
Oh, well, I have the recipe, but we just haven't got round to making that right.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
so
we will do.
So the cooking classes, have you found that fun? Were you always one that managed with the site that you have to have some sustenance anyway at home, or did you have folks helping at home that cook for you?
Yeah, my mom cooks and I cook as well, but now that my vision is not as good, I haven't been cooking as much.
Gotcha.
She's been taking lead role, just really
Sure.
being a trooper with me, putting up with my nonsense, But
Well, I would assume she fears for your safety, and of course, that's
Yes.
what you learn is how to do it and be
right.
safe
So
with the techniques.
that's what we learned. The first class that we had, cooking class with Teresa, she taught us how to make a sandwich, and that was pretty good because I need to do that more often for when I want to make a sandwich. Because if not, you're going to have the mayonnaise and the butter all over the place.
Can't have that.
So we had it in different containers, like the butter and the mayo.
So you can
and
tell by
then-
how they feel or the bright colors or
and
something.
then we had turkey or chicken slice and tomato and
Nice.
cheese and lettuce.
Hello.
It was a nice sandwich, yeah.
Good stuff. Have you found yourself making a few sandwiches at home since then?
Yes. I
Okay.
shouldn't be eating them there, but...
It's starting to show too much.
Yes, but yeah, I have been doing much better with it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. So, sort of awareness training, self-preservation is sort of a self-defense type thing. Is that something that you've come across at Beacon House too?
Yes, I have. I'm in mostly all the classes there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So different ones, different days of the week
Yes,
gives you an
different days
outing
of the day.
just about every day?
Yeah,
or-
like Monday to Thursday, I'm there.
Okay.
Mondays is the self defense class or
Okay.
the self preservation class.
Uh-huh.
That's a good class because if you don't feel safe where you are,
Sure.
then the instructor Paul,
Yeah, he'll give you some
he'll
advice.
give you some advice and he'll deal with you on your level.
Sure. Mhm.
Not everybody could do the same type of
Defense.
defense.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing right there.
Good stuff, yeah. And hopefully you never find yourself in a situation where you feel threatened, but it's good to know if you should, right?
Yeah.
Some of the things you can do.
But I walked in there last week, and he was doing something with the canes, wasn't he, as well?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Our Ken is I named my Ken Rambo.
Hey, I love it.
And yeah, we learned how to use it as our self defense
Yes.
weapon.
Uh-huh.
It comes apart, so when you pull it this way, you can just pinch somebody's skin.
You can because of
And
how
that
the
would
joints in the
that
cane,
will,
right?
That would take them off guard,
Sure. Yeah,
and
yeah.
you can then get some attention from somebody else.
Or perhaps
help you, or
try to get away some.
Try to get away
Uh-huh.
from them.
Good stuff.
And then also, he did another one where you put your hand around the back
Uh-huh.
with your cane and just pull them forward,
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
and then
You can get them off balance maybe,
yes,
and also
he done a good job teaching us different
the
movements.
demonstrations. Yeah.
Yeah, different
Good stuff.
demonstrations. Yeah.
Yeah, since we discussed you and I's sandwich issue with having too many of them, exercise class, I would think would be a whole lot of fun. Is that you guys have a person doing exercise class now? Are those generally seated or are they standing? How does that happen, Delton?
The exercise classes are on Wednesday mornings between 10 and 11, and they are we sit down in chairs.
Chairs, okay.
Because when you don't have sight or low vision,
Sure.
it's easier to do
Sitting down.
sitting down exercises.
Yeah.
And they work. It's doing good for me because I have bare shoulders.
Okay, so you're getting more
So
better
I'm
movement.
getting a little better movement with my shoulders and stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, stick at it, and then the more you stick at it, the better the outcome will be in the end for your mobility. Yeah?
Yes.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Now, I'm sure one of the real fun things is just the social aspect. You talked about sort of being a bit of a loner once you started losing your sight and just sort of being home in your mom's house. The social aspect of being with others that are dealing with similar things with you. How has that helped you sort of emotionally and with your outlook for your future?
It makes me feel better.
Uh-huh.
Because before it's like, oh my gosh, I'm losing my sight.
What's going to happen to me?
What's
right?
going to happen to me? What can I do? What can't I do?
Sure.
And stuff like that. But meeting other clients
Sure.
is made me feel a little bit better. That
Sure.
And it means that I need to be just thankful for what I do have.
Sure. Yeah.
And,
That's a good place to start anyway.
Yeah, and I met a lot of people that I wouldn't have met if
Absolutely.
I didn't lose my sight.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, sometimes you can't just be like, oh, why? Because there is no why that you can say, okay, I feel better now that I know why. What you need to do is move forward, right? With what you're trying to do with your life and have your life feel fulfilling and interesting and all those other words, right? And having the social group, as a part of each class, either before or after, I guess, or certain times maybe it's just come on by, we're just going to have a coffee or something without a class. But even still, that type of thing and has changed. Have you gotten into these whole cell phone chat groups and stuff like that Teresa talks about?
Yeah, I've been in the chat group. I'm in a chat group too.
Sure.
No, I don't know if they're listening today. What
I hope they are.
I bet they are.
They're gonna have something to say when you pick up.
Yeah, they're saying, "Gosh, what you don't speak? You talk any other time. What you don't talk?"
No, but so thankfully, an iPhone is part of your tools for dealing with your sight loss.
Yes. Right now I don't have an iPhone. But, hopefully I'll have an iPhone soon. Just because it's more what you call it now?
There's more accessibility features.
Accessibility features,
with the iPhone.
With the iPhone. So I talked to somebody about it in our group. So hopefully, when something comes off, then I can get a phone. Hopefully, but I don't know yet.
Yeah,
it all
I'm sure it'll
depends on
happen.
how things go.
I'm sure it'll happen,
the Android which you have is good. I mean, you've learnt to use that well, by asking Google to phone Teresa or send a message, or you've even learnt how to make an appointment in there. So Google, Android is good, but iPhone just has the edge, really.
Has more things that they can have more fun.
And get more apps. You can download more apps, because we were trying to talk about ChatGPT on the iPhone, and we couldn't download it. It's not available on Android.
Gotcha.
So, which I was surprised about, to be honest.
Sure.
But, so there's more accessibility.
Sure, and I think with AI going forward and it being part of the mobile phone universe, that taking the one who's most advanced in it, especially for someone with some special needs like those with sight loss, is the way to go, to work on getting that iPhone and you having a whole lot more fun with it. I know there's more games and like you said, ChatGPT and things like that you can do with it. Now, did you know how to type before you lost your sight? Are you doing the typing class with Miss Phyllis?
Actually, when I was in high school, I wasn't a good typer.
Yeah.
But now that I take
the touch
typing on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm doing good.
Sure. I'm
ahead of the class.
Well, good for you.
Yeah,
you're going to be the one having to give advice to all those that are struggling with it soon. That's what happens when you have a knack for something.
You just have to get used to hearing the instructor say it over and over. And if you don't remember where it is, that's the most you're going to hear.
Sure.
It's going to say...
Repeat it again.
If they want you to do the period or question mark, it's like, and if you don't get it, it continues to tell you...
Ask you for it again.
Ask you for it again over and over, yep.
Gotcha.
So it
repeats itself.
Repetition gets me going.
Sure.
I know where most of the letters are. And if I don't have the punctuations done as much,
Sure.
I just have to take my time and get it.
Sure, and then you'll get the memory of where
Yes.
they are on the
Mhm.
keyboard, and your finger will know which one to touch.
Yes.
Good for you. I have a confession to make. I never took, apart from one semester of typing in high school, I never took
Really?
any office practice, which is why I'm still a hunt and pecker when it comes to typing. Hunt and peck, they call it, right? Like you're
Okay.
hunting for the letter,
Uh-huh.
and then you're pecking with one finger like a hen would peck the ground, right? So you're probably ahead of me on that. In fact, I would be almost certain that you probably type more words per minute faster than I could right now, Delton,
Okay.
punctuation or not. But fortunately, it was never something in my career path that was necessary for me to be a good typist. Lucky for me.
Well, the beauty of it is once Delton's got his touch typing down, he can then go on to screen readers,
Sure,
like Zoom
yeah.
Text and
There'll
and
be
then
other sorts of
be able
applications to learn.
use, yes,
Yeah.
everything, to use the computer. So yeah, it's an exciting process, I feel. Have you got to the games yet, Delton?
The games.
On the computers?
So on the touch typing, there comes a point where you get to some games.
Yeah, but our instructor skipped them for some reason.
Okay.
Okay.
She'll
She'll let you back to them at some point.
She took me past them. I was like, and I don't know why, but I mean, it's probably because you want me to work on something else.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it was games. Let's try them.
Yeah, for sure. The games have a little fun with it at
Have
some
a little
point.
fun, yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So what else do you like to do apart from your classes at Beacon House? Are you a music fan? Do you like listening to the games on the radio? What do you like to do with your time, Delton?
Well, usually I do have time away from Vision Bermuda, but most times that's all I'm doing in a given day.
Sure.
Like
Gotcha.
Mondays is self-preservation class,
Sure.
and then depending on what Monday it is, we might have a cooking class or
Okay.
Making bread.
making
week.
bread.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, next
It's going to
week.
smell nice when you walk past Beacon House.
Oh,
Everybody's going to be
yes.
like, hey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a person that likes to cook.
Sure.
Also, I like to I like to help people
Sure.
because I used to be a nursing assistant.
Okay. That was
But
your job
since,
before your sight loss?
Yeah, before my sight loss.
Gotcha. Yeah. Good stuff. It's nice to know that you're helping someone else out.
Yeah,
That's a
and I
good
still
thing.
get to help people when I go to Vision Bermuda.
Sure.
Because some visually impaired people they get turned around a little bit
Sure.
sometimes when they're walking through the hallway.
Uh-huh.
And I help them to get from one hallway to the next.
Yeah, to the next room. That's good. I'm sure you're a big help there for some folks who might not feel very, very sort of sure of themselves at all in a
Delton's
new area.
A huge support to our clients as well.
Gotcha.
And, he's really embraced coming into Beacon House and, anything.
Being a part
we can
of the
have
whole
a
scene
discussion
there.
and he comes up with so much knowledge.
Sure.
He's just, or a way forward, or knows somebody we can contact. And
Well, if you've been
he's just been so supportive.
if you've been a
to me as
caregiver in
well.
your life, you get around a network of other people, right, who are caregivers, and I'm certain that for many they don't have that outreach or had those connections ahead of time. So that's where, I guess, Delton, your special things to do for those who are in similar situation as you.
Yes.
You're making a difference in their life.
Mm-hmm.
You're making a real difference.
His
in their life.
positivity
Yeah.
as well is just very inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
And, he often makes us laugh.
I sensed the sense of humor when we were introduced.
Yes, he
And we had the
does.
discussion about being on this side of the grass. There's a good sense of humor there. You sort of, it's. I think it's a blessing in life to have that, Delton. I don't know if you'll agree that your sense of humor has probably saved you with dealing with this vision loss
Yes,
crisis you've
correct.
had to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what about you mentioned your mom? What about other family around you? Are there siblings or
My
are there,
auntie,
aunts and yeah.
Before the Olympics came on, she was with me every day, walking in different parishes and stuff.
So do you guys get on the bus or do you go in the car?
Yeah, we get on the bus.
Nice.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The car's parked now because I was the family driver. My mom was the first driver. Now I was the driver. Now we rely on my cousin, but she gets busy sometimes. But she tries to fit us in if she can.
But in the meantime, you just jump on the bus to go anywhere.
Yes. Like last week, we got on the bus and we went in Shelly Bay for a swim. That was nice.
Yeah, because it's been hot, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, it's been hot.
If you're not in the air conditioning, you want to be in the water. Either or.
Yeah, definitely.
Either or. So, Teresa, tell us a little bit more, if you would, about, how he inspires you, maybe your other clients, or what you have come to know that has definitely put a smile on your face, bringing him up to here to chat with us today with Delton.
Well, I'm just really impressed with Delton's positivity.
Sure.
And the fact that, we can talk, anybody, client or staff, can have such an easy discussion with him.
Sure.
And he's always got some ideas. Like, so for example, gardening club and and then some great ideas about how we could, progress that. And I'm trying to think what else we were talking about. Bird boxes. We want to try and make some bird boxes again. Delton can come up with a way of who we could maybe contact, along with a couple of the others as well. But he's got so much positivity. So whenever there's something that we can't do it because of. What I love, what really inspires me with Delton is he'll come away round of, yes, well, that might be the case, but have you tried looking in this area, or have you looked at that,
Sometimes it's about perspective, how you're coming at a problem, and an experience you might have had, life experience you might have had that can be very, very helpful. I see you becoming a necessary part of things progressing through Beacon House, and I'm certainly glad that you took the chance and your auntie or your godma, whoever, made the connection, because Teresa, I'm sure I can tell just by the lightness of you today, having this guy around has helped you so much.
Absolutely. Because that's another, because we like clients to be able to just pop in if they want to. And if Delton's there, he'll get some talking, he gets some laughing. He's just brilliant. He's so positive, and that's the type of person that we really need. Yes, I know people have negative days and things, and that's acceptable. Of course it is. But I love that Delton brings a joy to Beacon House.
How long have you been dealing with your sight loss, Delton, if you don't mind me asking?
Since before COVID started.
Okay.
Like a year, maybe the year before COVID.
And was it something that came upon you suddenly, or was it something that you knew you were dealing with ongoing?
No, I didn't know what was happening at first.
Sure.
I just knew that I was having a problem seeing.
Sure.
And so I went to the doctor, and I told her that I'm having problems seeing. And they said, oh, well, that once your diabetes numbers come back around, your eyesight will get back better.
I see. So it was
nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
I mean, not really nothing to do with it, but I needed to get help right away.
Specialist right away, yeah.
And by the time I got to my specialist said, "Oh, I wish I saw you 6 months before."
Got you, yeah.
And that's not very helpful to
hear. So that's not helping me.
No.
But that was what she said too. I just knew that the sight that I have now, I have this until the day I die.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you got some resolution and preserved some of your sight. Often, Teresa and I have talked about the effects of diabetes on sight loss in Bermuda, and there are several different things that can happen if diabetes goes unchecked, and that's often what folks would think would be causing some vision issues. So I'm sure you know how these things present themselves are sometimes similar. So even though it wasn't your diabetes that was affecting your sight loss like they initially thought, I'm glad that the diagnosis was finally made and you got the help that you needed even though they couldn't save the sight in one of your eyes. Because I guess I'm saying it's just important to make sure you say to your doctor what's going on. Make sure you insist that if it's not what you think they're saying, that you say, I don't think it's that, because
I had to get to the emergency ward before I actually got to see my doctor,
specialist that you needed.
Eye specialist that I see today.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I've had a couple of operations, but they've
done the best they can.
When I spoke to them the last time, they said there's nothing more they can do.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I'm good there.
We're about preserving what you got left and making sure that your quality of life is as good as you can get it. And all of this we're talking about is Vision Bermuda can only be a helpful partner in this. We want anyone who is perhaps dealing with something where they don't think they're getting their point across to make sure they reach out to Vision Bermuda, who can perhaps help advocate for you, right?
Because that's what I find. I would say 8 out of 10 of my clients go to an appointment and don't understand what's actually happening at an ophthalmology or optometrist appointment, and don't quite understand what's happening. It's having the confidence to actually say to them, could you say that in my language? I don't understand, or what is going on with my sight, or what can I do?
Or sometimes have trouble articulating what exactly their problems are,
and don't think about the right questions at the right time, and then they leave. So that's something that we can help with, because we can then, with permission, we can then email the
be in contact with the doctors,
and ask them, to send me a report or give a bit of more of an explanation about what might be happening. And we can certainly help with that. Now, my client or potential clients would need to ring the ophthalmology and let them know that they're giving us permission. They might have to even write to sign.
It might have to be in writing, but
we can do
all
that.
of that can be done. Yes, and should be done.
And I've even, on some occasion, gone to an appointment with some of my clients so that I can ask the questions, so I can listen and ask the questions, and I'm happy to do that too.
For sure.
Yeah. The understanding is key, and the understanding and the importance of the medication is just vital, and taking that,
Go ahead and pull the door, mate.
Yeah, it's just vital.
So we've got a few minutes left for those, who are just tuning in. This is our regular monthly Vision Talk chat, and we've been talking with Beacon House client Delton Richards right now for a minute, and been a pleasure to have you here, Delton. Hope you've enjoyed hanging out with us here on Ocean 89 for a few minutes, right?
Yes, I feel good hanging out with you. I thought I was going to be more nervous, but I'm doing okay.
You've been doing really, really well. Yeah, and what would you say to anyone listening now that might be hesitant to ask for the help that Beacon House, that you now know firsthand Beacon House can do for them? What would you tell them? Come on now, don't be crazy.
Call in, come around and join in with the fun, and don't stay in your house and think that you're all alone. You're all alone
and isolated. You're not.
We're here. We can all help each other to move on.
Sweet. Oh boy, this guy's amazing. I'm glad you bought him, Teresa.
He is. That's why I needed to
bring him up here
to come along.
And and hopefully, going forward, he can come by now and then and talk about the things that have progressed and the things that he's doing and feeling good about doing there at Beacon House. You'll come and see us again, won't you, Delton?
Yes, if I can, I'll come by and see you guys.
Okay, if you want to call them at Vision Bermuda, you can do that on 292-3231, or you can email info@visionbermuda.bm. Check them out on their Facebook page too. And if you're going by the Cedar Avenue there and you see the beautiful site that is now Beacon House, and you need to talk with someone, by all means, give a call or stop by and see about getting whatever needs you have met by the amazing people that are there. Teresa, do you have anything to say as we wrap it up?
Yes, Monday to Thursday is the best time to stop by, because on Fridays sometimes I'm out and about seeing clients, and we don't have the support staff
all the time.
On that note, volunteers.
Hello.
Yes. Yes. Volunteers
Please.
are always desperately needed.
Yeah.
But of course, we have to go through the process and the police checks and everything.
Oh,
but
all of
yes,
that, yes.
please do. And, volunteer drivers are really important, particularly, that can pick somebody up for the exercise class at
Sure.
that time. And also the cooking classes.
Yeah.
What else? Who else do I need? Oh, yes, the cell phone class. Oh,
Sure.
but it's during the day, though.
Sure.
That's the thing. I've had a few people love to volunteer in the evening, but at the moment
Sure.
we don't have any evening or weekend things going on.
Sure.
When we get more staff, we may do, but at the moment we don't. So it is during the day. So somebody who's recently retired
Or can take
would
the
love
time off
to.
from work and donate
Yes,
some
or take
hours
the
would be
time.
great.
But
Yeah.
if it was volunteering driving for a particular class, for example, then it would be really lovely, apart from holiday times,
Sure.
if they always committed to that day
Gotcha.
and that route. So, I might be able to pick up 3 people on the way into Vision Bermuda
Sure.
and then drop those 3 people back again. That would just be amazing. So I'm looking for a commitment to.
It would
I'm
make
not
a
saying
difference
that I don't
in those people's
value
lives.
anybody just doing the odd thing here and there, but
Sure.
the commitment of that would be
For sure.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. And it would make a huge difference as well to those
Yeah.
3 people that can come in and do the class.
So, and also be a good thing for those who might be between jobs to put some
Yes,
time
or
in for a
between
minute.
jobs, yeah.
And any
absolutely.
hard skills that could be helpful there would be
A
appreciated too.
carpenter that might be able to help us, give us some advice about the bird boxes.
Gotcha,
I know
yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a
There's-
whole group that would love to do that.
Good stuff. All right.
Yes.
Well, we've got to let you go, guys, because I got to get ready to do news again in about 10
Yeah,
minutes. So
thank
thanks so
you.
much for coming by.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for having
Thank you for
us.
having me.
Thank you.
Yeah,
coming
for those
back.
tuning in, you've been listening to Vision Talk, and we do it this time every month. So please tune in when you can, or let those who you think would benefit tune in as well. Thanks for chatting with us, guys.
Thank you for listening.
We appreciate it. Have a good one. Can't say you didn't know. We just told you all about it right here on Bermuda's Best Music Mix. It's Ocean 89.